What's up, you guys? Teddy Striker here, and this weekend, Yadong returns to take on Chris Gutierrez. It was supposed to be Peter Yan, but Peter Yan got injured, and that would have been an amazing fight. But Peter Yan doesn't have an opponent, so maybe if Yadong can probably potentially finish Chris Gutierrez, he can turn back early next year or around April or March, which was a time frame I think Peter Yan was trying to return. UFC 299 or something like that. So, yeah, that would still be a great fight. But Song Yadong, I believe he's gonna beat Chris Gutierrez. He's a pretty well-rounded fighter. Like, he's getting better and better each fight. He's like 25 or 26, so he's still like young. He has a lot of experience in a lot of fights, and he's just evolving every fight. And I believe that he's gonna be a champion one day. The guy turns out Team Alpha Male that's a great camp because he's a striker at heart. He has got some really nice boxing, but he's also got some pretty good kicks that he doesn't use as much as his hands, but his kicks are still there. And his grappling, like obviously Team Alpha Male, I would say it's probably like more of a wrestling sized jiu-jitsu gym, but with brawlers as well. Like they've got some really good grappling there, and his grappling has been getting better. And one thing about Song Yadong too is earlier in his career he was kind of like since he was young he would just like explode a lot into his opponents and like kind of force a finish at times and things like that, and like sometimes he would slow down, like in the Chito Vera fight. He was kind of slowing down towards the third round, and I think he lost that round to Chito. But now since he's at Team Alpha Male, I think he might have been with them earlier on, and like even back then, but maybe he's just evolving. And it's similar to what Francis Ngannou did, because Ngannou used to kind of like, explode a bit at guys and like be more aggressive, but he gassed out on the Stipe Miocic fight. So he had to make that adjustment where, he's always gonna be powerful, but you don't need to force it. So you take your time. You find your shots, pick your shots. You maybe don't throw that many shots. Throw a few shots, like maybe one shot, not combos, just like things like that. And Song Yadong does that too. Before he was a lot more aggressive, but now in the Corey Sandhagen fight and his Ricky Simone fight, he was a lot more patient, a lot more measured, and he was finding some clean shots and clean openings on these guys. He's always gonna be powerful. So now it's just finding a delivery system and taking your time. You got 25 minutes. You don't need to just like rush to get them out of there in the first two rounds. But yeah, like he's very well rounded. He's got a style that I think he's got a really good anti-wrestling, as shown in his last fight versus Ricky Simone. Like if he's fighting a guy like Marab or Aljo, like these guys that would like just shoot like 50 or maybe not Aljo, but Marab like shoots 50 takedowns and only lands like 10 or something like that. He's gonna be like he's really good at like pressuring his opponents, making them like defending the takedowns and then punishing them when they get back up to their feet, or like even on the ground, like hitting them with a few shots. And when it comes to the striking, like he was able to deal with arguably like the second best. Okay, maybe not the second best. The second best striker in that weight class has to be Peter Yan, but maybe like the third best striker, Corey Sandhagen. He was able to deal with him really well. It was like competitive. It was 2-2 going into round 5, which is crazy. So yeah, I think this guy's definitely like got a bright future. I think he's gonna win his next fight, and I think after that he should fight Peter Yan, or maybe the loser of Cejudo and Marab, and then get him a title shot. We'll see what happens, but I think he's a future champ.